Hey guys, Senior Thesis back here with Arrow Season 4, Episode 10. Blood Depths is what I believe it's called. Again, a good episode, but not necessarily a great one. It started off great with Arrow going around, or Green Arrow now, going around beating people up for answers on Damien Dark, and then it kind of took some weird and crazy turns from there. So let's just get out of the way. Felicity is paralyzed from the waist down. Surprise. So, and she's also not in the grave. Surprise! So those weren't surprising, partially to me because one, I didn't think she was gonna die, and two, the paraplegia part was a little bit of spoiled for me due to other theory videos and whatnot. So the real question in the fandom is she Oracle or is she Proxy? And I guess Proxy more than Oracle, but I'm fine either way. Let's see what happens. Let's have fun with it. Now, on to the episode. Oliver can't find where Damien Dark is, so what ends up happening is Diggle ends up beating up his little brother and then being like, "I'm so sorry, still love you, man," and gets information on where Damien Dark's home is. But before that, Oliver goes to what's his face? Goes to Commissioner Lance. I think it's Commissioner now, and gets information on, or Captain Lance gets information on where he's been meeting with Damien and uses that to kind of go through his hideout, and he finds out that someone's already been through. And so they realize that anarchy's loose, and they end up finally confronting and sending him back. He has a moment with Thea where he's like, he doesn't want to hurt her because he's like, "You have burnt out. You made me realize that I'm just too, there's a part of me that's not 100% into this. There's a part of me that I can't control and I needed to control it. Thank you." And then he kind of puts that back on her with the whole Lassie Pit bloodlust thing. So, sorry about that. So that was okay. And then later, when he's being carted off to prison, Oliver frees him and he's like, "You found Dark. I need you to find Dark for me," by putting a tracker on him. And he does. And then afterwards, they figured out where Dark's home was. And so they go to Dark's home. And Anarchy's like, "First you capture me, then you rescue me, and now you're about to capture me again. Make up your mind." And then he breaks out mad kung fu skills. And you're just like, where the crap did those come from? So, not a giant fan of the mad. Look, I love me some martial arts. I love choreography, especially fight scenes. But out of nowhere kind of irks me. So, wasn't a giant fan of that. It looked cool, but I wasn't a fan of it. And eventually they take him in. They defeat him, or Thea goes off to fight Anarchy, and Oliver ends up meeting Damien Dark right outside his home. Like, he just came home, and they go at it. And Damien's like, "What'd you do to my family?" And Oliver's like, "I just saved their lives." And so Damien kind of has this moment of, you get a few weeks off before to like make your peace with everyone before I come and kill you. And that was really interesting. He has some sort of honor code. Kind of. He has a slight honor code. So that was interesting to see. Thea does not kill, maim, or burn Anarchy this time, and they capture him, and he goes back. Now, two slight points. It turns out that Damien Dark's wife was like, "You should have just killed the Green Arrow." And he's like, "But he saved your life, so I let him go for a bit." And she's like, "He's going to ruin our plans." And so it turns out that his wife might be as sociopathic and or psychopathic as he is. And that's just like, great. That daughter is going to grow up horribly. Then you have on the other side, for their normal lives, Oliver's been putting off seeing Felicity, and the crew, Team Arrow, finally forces him to go see her once he gets the news, and that was really interesting. And then he meets her once, he's like, "Hey," and she's like, "Hey," because she's totally wasted on drugs, and after surgery, completely understandable. And then at the end of the episode, he sees her, and she realizes her ring is gone, and she's like, "I thought you took it off too, like, because you don't love me anymore." And he was saying, like, "Let's go have a break in Bali." And she's like, "Sure, but what's Damien Dark doing in Bali? Because that's the only reason you would go." And then she mentions that her ring is gone, and then Oliver puts it back on her. It's like, the nurse took it off, so I had nothing to do with that. So they're still engaged, they're still in love. That's happy and fine. Then at the end, it cuts to the grave scene, and we see Oliver finally get into a car, and Felicity is there next to him. And she's like, you know what you have to do now. And he's like, yep. And she's like, you have to kill that SOB. And that really just ends the episode. So again, we still don't know who in the graves. The top 3 to 4 suspects are Diggle, Detective Lance, I'm just calling him Detective Lance now, and Donna Smoke. And so we don't know what's going on, but we'll see. Also, fun fact, Willow figured out that her dad is dating Felicity's mom, and she's just like, all right, that's cool, you do you. So that was fun. Again, I'll give this episode a 7.9. I liked it better than the Flash episode overall, but I still don't think it's the best Arrow episode either ever or even in this season. So we'll see what happens, where it goes, and I'm excited for the next few episodes coming out. So write, comment, subscribe. I'll be pumping out videos like this for a bit now. And see your thesis, Bart, signing off.